Can you tell me what you think of Metro?
I think it's exactly what it seems to be. You know, it's news to be read when you're in a rush, when you're commuting, when you just want basic headlines. You want to have a general idea of what's going on. I don't think you should expect it to be an intellectual news source.
Okay. And what do you think of the fact that they're all short stories and it kind of like seems like a dumbing down of news in a way?
I think that in some ways you have to be realistic. With my experience at Metro, which is reading Metro in Toronto on the subway, most people literally, you know, they pick it up in the 10 minutes in which they're on the subway or on the bus. They find it on a seat, you know, anything like that. So people don't have the time to sit down and read full, complete intellectual articles. And the people that read these articles aren't necessarily interested in that kind of news. So you've got to look at it for what it is, I think.
Do you read Metro in Halifax?
Not usually, but that's because I don't find it like in my face as much as I do in Toronto. Probably is because I'm not really a commuter. I live down like pretty much in the city, so I wouldn't need to read it. But I see people reading it.
Thank you. So how often do you read Metro?
Pretty much as often as I can.
Yeah, and what do you think of it?
I like the short stories because I'm a student. I really like things that don't take a lot of time to read, especially with my workload anyway.
Okay, and what do you think of their local stories?
They're good. They're generally been very informative. I like them.
Okay, thanks. So when do you read Metro? On the bus or?
Sometimes they give it to me on the bus, and sometimes I get it at school.
Okay, and what do you think of it?
It's pretty good. It's very insightful sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like they had the top 20 dancers of Canadian. Gotta watch that.
Yeah.
So you think you can dance Canadian? Yeah. So,
And what do you think of the way they cover local stories?
they're pretty good. You give a different view as what's on like on TV when you're looking at TV and you read the story. It's a different view, so it gives you different insights in that.
How often do you read Metro?
Not much, just probably recently, last
Okay.
week.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what do you think of it?
Oh, it's interesting. It just captures a little bit of everything, which is nice, not
Yeah.
too detailish. Go to the other one for that.
Do you think there's enough local stories in there?
I think there's some, yeah.
Yeah?
Capturing me anyway, I find it interesting last week.